The points of articulation of Arabic letters are divided into two categories. The first, Makhaarij عامة. Makhaarij عامة, meaning general points of articulation. And these are 5. The second category are Makhaarij خاصة. Makhaarij خاصة, which means specific points of articulation, and these are 17 or 18 based on the categorization. Now, looking at the general points of articulation, al-makharij al-'ammah, we see that there are 5. The first is al-jawf. Al-jawf, and al-jawf means the empty space, and it entails and encompasses the empty space in the throat and the mouth. It begins at the top of the chest and extends to the tip of the lips. This entire empty space is known as al-jawf, and 3 letters emerge from it, or to be specific, 3 long vowels emerge from it, and these are the alif al-maddiyah, al-waw al-maddiyah, and al-ya al-maddiyah, or also known as maddul alif, maddul waw, and maddul ya. And the most important thing to bear in mind when pronouncing the long vowels in the Arabic language is that nasalization is not to accompany any of these 3 letters or these 3 long vowels. So when I am elongating a letter by affixing a long vowel to it, I do not add any nasalization. And in order to avoid this nasalization, one must open their mouth to allow the letters or the sound to emerge clearly, such as saying a, u, e, a, u, e. Now contrast this pronunciation to the incorrect pronunciation of adding nasalization. You can see a contrast between the two. There's quite a difference between pronouncing it correctly without nasalization and pronouncing it incorrectly with nasalization. When nasalization accompanies these 3 letters, with these 3 long vowels, not only is it incorrect in the language, and not only am I exerting a force that is not required and wasting energy that could be saved, and on top of it all, it does not allow the letter to come out clearly. It sounds muffled. So let us hear it again. In contrast to oo, in contrast to and e, in contrast to The next makhraj we have, or point of articulation, makhraj, is point of articulation, the plural of which is known as makhaarij, which is points of articulation of the letters. The next makhraj we have is al-halq. Al-halq. And al-halq means the throat. Al-halq means the throat. And Al-halq has three specific points of articulation, and they are أقص الحلق أقص الحلق وسط الحلق وسط الحلق and أدنى الحلق أدنى الحلق. So these 3 points of articulation again are أقص الحلق وسط الحلق and أدنى الحلق. From أقص الحلق, أقصى means farthest, and the reason this point of articulation is known as the farthest is because it is the farthest part of the throat from the mouth, and the letters that emerge from it are the hamza and the ha. That's why we start our articulation based alphabet with hamza, ha, ayn, ha, ghayn, kha, etc. The next point of articulation is wasatul halq, which is the middle part of the throat, where the larynx is, the voice box. 2 letters emerge from there, and they are the ayn and the ha. The third point of articulation is adna al-halq. Adna means closest part of the throat to the mouth, and wasat, of course, means the middle. Now we have the farthest part of the throat, the middle part of the throat, and the closest part of the throat to the mouth. Now from adna al-halq we have 2 letters, and they are the ghayn and the kha. So stay tuned for the following part in the series on the articulation of classical Arabic letters.